Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be running through my favorite lipstick formulas. I've done a couple of these videos over the past few weeks, mainly because my camera is broken. If you guys haven't heard me complain about it enough, but good news. My husband ended up ordering the part that I needed, so it will be here on Wednesday. I'm going to try really, really hard to get my Wishlist Wednesday video up for you guys on Wednesday. If it's not up on Wednesday, I'm going to maybe even upload it on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. As long as Amazon comes through, which they normally do, then I should have the part on Wednesday. So fingers crossed that it actually works. Basically what's going on is like the internal mechanism for my camera where you put the SD card in. There are broken pieces in there. I have no idea what happened. I recently traveled with it to my family's house, so I'm not sure if it just got lost in the shuffle or what happened, but it broke. So we had to get an adapter, which like plugs into the micro USB where I can put my SD card in there. So it's kind of a hot mess, but good news is we have the part coming. So I appreciate everyone's like love and support through this time. I know that obviously my videos have not been their best content, but that's okay because we're getting back on track. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate you so much for sticking it out with me and just letting me go through this weird period. With that being said, I've also been really enjoying the live chats. I feel like I've been able to talk to a lot of my subscribers through here, and it's just been a lot of fun. So my plan, one request that I have had is to kind of make it more scheduled, because at this point I'm just coming on at random times. And yes, I still have my gnarly bruise from the other day, but I am 100% for sure going to be live this Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I wanted it to be a time to where it's not too late in the day to where people are already like out and about. Maybe you already are, but I feel like it's not too early as well to where West Coast people could also tune in while they're groggy and getting their coffee and stuff like that. So I am going to be filming a get ready with me makeup video, because I'm going out to celebrate Mother's Day with my mom and my sister, because my mom was like very, very sick with the flu on Mother's Day. So we postponed the celebration. So I will be getting ready with my makeup on Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have it listed down below for you as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this video. Please feel free to like ask me questions. I love Q&A type of stuff, even if it has nothing to do with like what the video is about. I still love to interact with y'all. You could ask me whatever you want and I will do my best to answer it. So I have, hi Nan, my mother-in-law is watching. What's up? I miss you. You need to come down here and visit. We miss you a lot. But anyways, I have a ton of different lipstick formulas here that I'm super, super excited about. Okay, so for those of y'all who don't know, we have a cat. His name, well, his full legal name is Sir Frederick Remus, and my husband named him, but his short name is Freddie. So for those of you guys who don't know the story that happened a while ago, he got out of the house because he loves to hunt lizards, and there are obviously a ton here in Florida. So he got out and he got stuck somewhere for like 3.5 weeks. And randomly one day, like we were starting to accept the fact that he probably would not come home. So long story short, he miraculously came home. He was severely underweight. So we had to like feed him and take him to the vet and do all this stuff. But now he is a happy and healthy boy again. He is snuggling with me every single night, which is really weird, Nan, because normally he snuggles with Brendan. For those of you who don't know, Brendan is my husband. And lately he's been sleeping like around my head. So I have a little cat pillow to go to sleep to every night. But he's doing really, really well. He's back to his healthy weight. He is a very very heavy eater these days. All right, so diving into the lipsticks. I have some here that are definitely more high end, like around $24 to $30 for the lipstick. And then I have others that are very, very affordable. So to start off with the affordable formulas, I have 4 lipsticks from Milani. So I love Milani personally. I think they're a very, very great brand. Every single time they come out with a new launch, I feel like their formulas just get better and better. All of these, for the most part, are more of their like natural application. I have one solid matte. These, I would say, are kind of like a velvet. So they're not going to look super matte on the lips, and it'll be a lot better for me to just swatch it and tell you. But what I love about these, first off, the packaging. For those of you who haven't really seen Milani packaging, it's really cute and chic. It has the gold packaging, and then it has a pretty true to color, like little square on the bottom, and then it has the name and the number pretty large. So if you can see that, this one is in the shade 17 plumrose. So I really appreciate that. I hate whenever I have packaging on any sort of product to where it's so small, I don't even know what I have anymore. But this one in the shade Plum Rose, it's a really, really beautiful plummy rose shade. So I'll show you the swatch. They're actually super opaque. This is like kind of just going a little bit back and forth. It's a really, really beautiful kind of vibrant berry rose is how I would categorize it. But if you can see, it has a little tiny bit of a shine to it, not too shiny, but it just looks a little bit more natural on the lips. It's not going to be a formula that is super matte that you can tell you have matte lipstick on. So this is Plum Rose. And then we have Naturally Chic, which is actually in my project pan. So this is, for me, a very beautiful everyday neutral shade. It kind of reminds me of, what am I trying to say? 1995 by Gerard Cosmetics. If you guys are familiar with that shade, it's the one that Jaclyn Hill created way back in the day, but it's just kind of its little sister. So it reminds me a little bit of like the 90s grunge look, to where it has some of that kind of brick red undertone to it, but it is a beautiful everyday lipstick if you are looking for something that has a little bit more warmth to it. If you are a berry kind of girl, then I would definitely suggest going with a Plum Rose, but this one's really nice if you like warm tones. And then next up we have a Dulce Caramelo, which is kind of an interesting color. I'll just show it to you because it's hard to explain actually, but this is Dulce Caramelletto. So it's a lot more sheer. It's not quite as opaque, but this one, if you can see, has a little tiny bit of almost like glitter reflex in it. I'll see if you can tell. See how this is like very shiny in the tube? It just has some like flecks of glitter in it, but it's not chunky glitter. It's not going to be anything that chunks up on your lips. So this one is a really nice wash. Honestly, you could wear this shade even without makeup on and it wouldn't look weird. You know how sometimes if you have like no makeup on at all and you have little red spots or whatever just from your skin, and you were to wear something like Plum Rose, it just brings out the redness from not having any foundation or concealer on. This one definitely would not do that. So it's a really beautiful shiny lipstick. And then the matte one is in the shade Innocence. So this is a very, very like pale nude pink. And the reason why I love this one is because it works really, really well with the lip glosses, especially my NYX Butter Glosses. For some reason, those NYX Butter Glosses tend to, what am I trying to say? Like they separate a lot of lipsticks that I own, but they work really well with the Milani lipstick. So this one, if you can see, it is matte. So it's not giving that reflective shine that the other lipsticks are giving, but even though it's super pale, it transforms your lips. So it kind of, if you're trying to like blank out your lip color for a lip gloss, then I would definitely recommend going in with this one. It's just a really cool shade. So I love these for the price, really. And honestly, they're awesome formulas. Like, these are super opaque. This one's really pretty and shiny. They just have a pretty wide range of formulas within their own formula. So the matte is obviously going to be different. And then their velvets are really, really pretty. And then they have kind of like this in-between shiny one that almost looks like a lip gloss. Like, that is pretty reflective of the light. So I'm super impressed with Milani Lipsticks, and I know that I also really enjoy the Milani lip glosses because they're very, very shiny. One thing I will say about them, though, is that they tend to leave a tiny little bit of that white cast around your inner lip if that's something that you struggle with. If you have like a lot of moisture around your lips, that could be a danger for those lip glosses, just because I don't know if it's a formula thing, because some lip glosses for me don't do that at all. And then others I have a really hard time with. So not exactly sure what's going on with that. All right, so I feel like I want to stick with drugstore at this point, and then I'll just kind of move my way up. So we have Flower Beauty, which the packaging is so beautiful on this. They also have kind of a little strip right here that shows you the color. I will say that this isn't quite as true to color, and you'll be able to see this is a lot paler and peachier than the shade right here. So I wouldn't go by this shade. I would try to find swatches online if you can, but the packaging is really beautiful with the white and the gold detailing. So this one is in the shade Tea Rose. This honestly is probably my favorite drugstore formula of all time. Like, just this one lipstick. I wear this all the time. So this is Tea Rose. It definitely has more, it's kind of like a little bit similar to this one, but a shade or two lighter. It's really, really pretty. But this lipstick stays on your lips for so long, especially for a drugstore formula. I think they're around $7, $7.50, somewhere around there. So very, very affordable. I wish they would come out with more colors because the formula is absolutely gorgeous. It definitely pulls more of a velvet matte. So it's not going to be a complete matte. It definitely has a little bit more of a shine and like kind of more of a natural look than a true matte has, but it is so comfortable to wear. It's not going to be a lipstick that dries out or creates kind of like goopiness on your lips. It's a beautiful, beautiful formula. I love it so much. It's absolutely gorgeous as well. Like I said, they need to come out with more colors because I will be purchasing them for sure. Okay, so moving on up to kind of more of the high end, I have two bullet lipsticks by Gerard Cosmetics, and I love Gerard Cosmetics for their lip products specifically. I have one of their highlighters in the shade Marilyn, which I enjoy, but lately I feel like the other highlight formulas that I have in my collection, they just don't quite live up to where those other highlight formulas are. They seem a little bit dustier to me and not quite as shiny. But anyways, so I don't have a lot of experience with their face products, like their their mists and stuff, but I do love their lipsticks and their lip glosses as well. So I do have 1995, which is like true 1995 sort of grunge. This is a very true matte. And as soon as you see this shade, you're going to be like, yes, that is definitely what people wore in the 90s for grunge, because it just kind of has that like attitude to it, if you know what I'm saying. It's vampy, but it's not too vampy. It is very like rusty looking. It looks beautiful on the lips. It is absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, I feel like this is a shade that is so universal. You can wear this whenever you are in your 20s. You can wear this whenever you have more mature skin, like whatever. This color is very, very universal to me, age-wise. So I love this color. And the formula for me is very comfortable. It is not going to be drying. It goes on really well. This shade in particular stays on for a very long time. I don't have any problems with having to reapply it every 30 minutes. You know how some lipsticks and lip glosses, you just have to keep reapplying over and over and over again. You definitely get your money's worth with this. And then the next shade is called Passion Play, and it is a super vibrant kind of cherry neon red. Oh, I love this color so much. So this is Passion Play right here, and you can tell this one is definitely a true matte, and then this one right here has a little bit more of a sheen to it, but it's still a true lipstick. And this one is awesome because I mentioned this, and I think it was my last video or the video before that, but I do have a tendency to have issues with lipsticks and lip glosses bleeding around my lips whenever they are bright colors. But this one does not fail me. I actually have a red lipstick by Marc Jacobs Beauty, and it's just a little sample that I got from Sephora, I think, and that one actually bleeds on me, but this one does not. And it is the perfect pop of color. You just need to like throw something into your crease, not anything too crazy or dramatic. Throw in some mascara and put this on, and you are ready for spring and summer. It's just such a fun pop of color. I love it a lot. And the formula between these two is just awesome. They stay on for a very, very long time. All right, next up we have Bite Beauty. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a little Bite Beauty obsessed. I have a ton of their little duos to where it's like a very small lipstick, kind of a mini, and then on one side it has one shade, another side it has another shade. I always pick those up whenever I see them in Sephora. And then I also have their lipstick crayons. I don't know. They're like the really skinny ones, and then you screw the top up. I feel like they're kind of like liners, but they're too thick to be a liner, if that makes sense. So I have a lot of those as well, and I love, there's not a single product that I have from Bite Beauty that I do not love and enjoy, but their lipsticks in particular are amazing. I love them so much. So I will go ahead and swatch these for you. First up, we have Rosé, which is a very beautiful kind of like light berry pink. So gorgeous. And what I love about these is a lot of times I get a little concerned, and this is just my hypochondriasis coming out, but I will get concerned about eating the lipstick off my lips, because whenever you eat, obviously you're ingesting whatever is on your lips and in your mouth. So I know that some formulas like Gerard Cosmetics specifically have some preservatives that have been linked to cancer and stuff like that, which just because it's correlation doesn't mean it's causation, that whole thing. But still, it's a little nerve-wracking, right? Because we wear lipstick all the time. But Bite Beauty has natural ingredients. They're all made from fruit like mango, berries, a bunch of really yummy stuff. So it makes me feel a lot better putting that on my lips than putting on something that has chemical stuff in it, if you know what I mean. So this one right here is Rosé. It is a very, very beautiful formula. It definitely has a little bit more of a shine to it. So it has that natural lipstick sort of consistency. I will say that these stay on the lips pretty average. They're not going to be something that lasts for a really, really long time, but they're not going to be something that you need to reapply over and over and over again. So it kind of gives you that average wear, but honestly, I love them so much because of how yummy they are, and also the color range is really great. I don't really care that I have to apply it maybe a little bit more than, say, a Gerard Cosmetics lipstick, but this color is really, really beautiful. They're fairly opaque too. And then next up we have Salut, which is a very brown nude. It's a super unique color. I like this a lot. I actually wore this a ton in 2017 and 2016. So it is just a true nude. It's not going to be quite as opaque as a nude liquid lipstick, but it still meets some pretty high standards for me. So it's a very brown nude. Obviously, you can tell it has a tiny little pinch of peach undertone, but I love to pair this with a pink lip gloss. So if I want to kind of nude out my own lip color, because even though the camera's not picking it up, I do have fairly pink lips. I will go in and use this lipstick. Oh my God, I can't talk. And then I will put a very pink or pretty lipstick or lip gloss over top of it. So that is Salute. And then we also have Shiraz, which is such a beautiful kind of vampy shade. I wore this a couple of times. I actually stole this from my mom. I steal a lot of her lip products. But it's a very beautiful plum. Like this to me is a very true plum. It's not going to be too berry or too red. It's a plum color. So I loved wearing this. I wore it a couple of times, like I said, and it's just very beautiful. And as you can see with the reflection, these lipsticks are moisturizing. You are not going to have a problem with putting these on your lips and then getting those little tiny flakes of skin, which I know irritate the crap out of me. I hate whenever that happens, whenever you just get those little tiny flecks. And then when you wear lipstick, it makes it even more visible. So I hate that. But with these, it's almost like you're putting on a chapstick that has color. So they're very moisturizing. They feel super luxurious on the lips. I love them. And then the last color I have is Vouvray, which is such a beautiful pale pink. Oh my gosh, I love this shade. This is an awesome everyday shade. If you are blonde, which my mother-in-law is, this shade is so beautiful on blondes. I love it. Every single time that I see a blonde wearing this, like my sister, it looks so beautiful. It's like that pale Barbie doll pink. It's beautiful. I love it so much. And this is a shade that I would actually feel comfortable wearing with very minimal makeup, if makeup at all, because if you can see, it's super similar to my lip color. So it's not going to be anything outrageous that kind of pulls the redness out of your natural skin. Okay. So last up, we have Tarte. And I'm going to try to see if I can read this. What is this? Color Splash Lipstick. So it comes in, oh, I didn't really show you the packaging for the Bite Beauty. So it just comes in an all matte black, and some of the lids are different. Like this one is concave, and then this one is just like a straight line down. And then we have this other one that looks like it's pinched in here. So they just have different, I don't know, lipstick lids. It's weird. But anyways, this is a very beautiful marble blue. And this one is in the shade Sunkissed. This is actually in my project pan as well, because it is one of my favorite nudes of all time. It is the perfect peachy, pinky, matte, like velvet matte nude. It feels so comfortable on the lips. Tarte lip products are actually pretty expensive. So if you can find a dupe for this sort of formula, which I would say that Bite Beauty is probably a step down in terms of price. And you can see that the consistency is a little bit similar, but these are a lot shinier, whereas this one, it kind of gives you more of that velvet satin matte. These are definitely a lot shinier. So this one is in the shade Sunkissed, and as you can see, it's a very beautiful, like peachy pink nude, I would say. So it's not going to be anything that's too bright, too striking on the lips. This looks beautiful when you're working with warm tones. I love to wear this underneath a Fortune Cookie by NYX. So this is a butter gloss. I'll just show you. So this is what it looks like. I'll get this right here. So it just kind of adds a little bit more of like a peachy shine to the lipstick. It's really, really beautiful. That's one of my favorite nude like pairs of all time. I love it so much. But this is one of those lip products that if you're wanting to spoil yourself, if you just want to splurge on something and have some really dope packaging, I would highly recommend this one over a lot of other brands. I know that a lot of people love Urban Decay lipsticks. I have one or two in my collection, but I just pull for Tarte a lot more with their lip products. I feel like they do a really nice job at the formula. This duo right here stays on my lips forever. Forever. I don't know what it is. It's probably just the lipstick, because I do know that if I wear a NYX Butter Gloss by itself, it's not going to stay on for very long. It just tends to kind of like evaporate off the lips a lot faster than other formulas. But this pair together, if you are looking for a nude pair that is very similar to this, or just a nude lipstick that's very similar to this with that peachy, beautiful undertone, then I would recommend splurging on this lipstick, because they will stay on for a very, very long time. I will eat with this on and drink with it on, and it does not really go anywhere. So I love it for that. It's awesome. And pretty much these are the lipsticks that if I'm having difficulties with my lips in terms of them being really dry or just patchy and not feeling the best, especially in the winter time, I will pull for Bite Beauty and Milani a lot, just because I know that those formulas are not going to dry my lips out even more. But these are my favorite formulas that I have in my collection. I know that obviously there are a ton of different lipstick formulas out there. I'm really excited to try the new ColourPop lipstick, not their liquid lipstick, but the actual lipstick, because I've heard amazing things about them, and ColourPop always has a really fun range of shades. And I'm excited about that because they're also super affordable. I think they're $6 or $7 per tube, which is amazing. But yeah, so that is going to conclude this video. As I said before, I am going to be back on Wednesday as long as my little attachment thing works properly. I'm a little bit nervous that because the lid thing is going to be open, that it's not going to record onto the SD card. I don't know. I'm really, really worried about it. I'm stressed because my videos have not been up to par, and I feel like I'm disappointing some of y'all. So I really apologize for that. I wish I could have more control over this. We tried to fix it. We tried to do some other things. My husband's pretty handy, but he just couldn't fix this one on his own. So I do apologize for that. I'm trying to be on as consistently as possible, but it's also messed up my filming schedule because it's, I don't know, like being on live, sometimes I'll film really, really late at night, or I'll film super early in the morning, and I just feel like people aren't going to be on YouTube at those times. I don't know what was going through my head. But anyways, it should all be back to normal this week. And again, I am going to be live this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Nan, if you're the viewer watching, I will talk to you later, and I love you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.